Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm excited because I am doing my second ever unboxing of the Coffee and a Classic box. So if you don't know, Coffee and a Classic is pretty much what it sounds like. Every month you will get a classic novel, some type of coffee, tea, hot chocolate. You can actually choose if you want one over the other or if you are okay getting something random, and then a bunch of bookish goodies to follow in the theme of the classic that was sent to you. So there are two different levels. I get the smaller level. I believe it's called the starter box. There's also the standard box. The standard box gets everything that the starter comes with, but you also usually get a mug as well as a like snack or treat. I have way too many coffee mugs. I don't need any more coffee mugs. And I'm really picky about treats, so I didn't feel the need to spend like an extra $10 to get that. So I started with the starter box because I'm still feeling this box out. For me, for the starter box, I believe I pay $41.99 a month for this box. I'm still debating on if I want to keep this box or not. I said in my last video I'm going to do at least 3 months subscriptions worth to see if the box is worth it for me. I wasn't blown away by last month's box, but we're gonna see. Now they give you the option to do a sneak peek every single month, so you kind of know what book you are getting, and the book that I was supposed to get this month actually got delayed and pushed back to next month, so I am getting a different book instead. I do know what it is. I'm actually a little bit happier about the switch up, so let's open her up and see what we think. Okay, so I have just opened up the box, and it says this month the theme is Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. This is our little spoiler card, so I will push that aside for right now. Let's start by simply grabbing the book. Okay, so this is beautiful. This is a Word Cloud Classics edition. I actually this month just bought I guess last month, I just bought my first ever Word Classics edition, so they actually go together, which is pretty cool. I got Phantom of the Opera. They're very nice. I believe they're like a pleather bound book, very sturdy, pretty little interior in there, and it says on the back, "It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. However little known the feelings or views of such a man may be on his first entering a neighborhood, this truth is so well fixed in the minds of the surrounding families that he is considered the rightful property of some one or other of their daughters." So let's start with, I am not a fan of Pride and Prejudice. I read Pride and Prejudice years and years and years ago, though. I believe I read it in 8th grade, so I would have been 13. So what is that, 14 years ago. Didn't love it then, but I don't actually own a copy of it because I was not a fan of it in middle school, and this is a beautiful copy. I know my mother loves this story. I appreciate the story, and now that I'm 27, I could definitely see myself going back and reading this and seeing if my thoughts have changed on it. And I really, really do love this edition. I even like this little lotus flower thing going on there. So yeah, this is a very pretty edition, and it was a pleasant surprise that I was getting this kind of beautiful edition of a book and not just like a regular traditional paperback. Okay, so then we will go in with our tea for the month, and this is Pemberley Pride and Peppermint Loose Leaf Tea. So I will say that this feels much smaller than the coffee that I got in last month's box. I felt like that coffee I've been using for a little bit now, and it kind of lasted me like several brewings. This feels like it'll probably get me about 4 cups of coffee, I would say. And I'm not a huge fan of peppermint tea, but we will see. I am a big tea person in general, and this is a really pretty, beautiful artwork, but we will see. A little small for me. Okay, then we get this Pride and Prejudice print that looks like it was printed on like the pages of Pride and Prejudice. Let's see, what does it say? Yes, it is the Pride and Prejudice frameable art print book cover. So that's pretty. So this is like an old school version of it. I don't know if I'll actually ever frame this, maybe as like a little filler in some of my wall decor. But yeah, we have that. We then get a wooden bookmark. Ooh, okay, I do like that you get a wooden bookmark. And it says completely and perfectly and incandescently happy, Pride and Prejudice, with these beautiful little flowers on it. That'll be great. I will be able to use it with my book. And then last but not least, oh, so these are absorbent stone coasters. So we get 2. Do they match? Yes, and so they say, I love you most ardently. I really like these. I actually really, really, really like these. I'm a bartender, so I have a really well-developed home bar, I would say. I take a lot of pride in my home bar. So we do have a lot of like very nice coasters, and I do think that these would fit very, very nicely in with our spring decor. I like that you get 2 of them. They are sturdy. They are really, really, really heavy. I'm really happy they didn't break because I won't lie, the packaging, that would have scared me if I had packaged those in there without bubble wrap. But yes, so let's go through a little review of everything again. So our bookish items this month were the coasters, the print, and of course the wooden bookmark. I do feel a little cheated that like one of our like bookish items was just a print on like a piece of cardboard. Yes, I will use these, but like I don't know how I feel spending like $42 a month and like one of my items is a piece of cardboard. But I will say the rest of the objects in here are quite nice. The tea is a little small for what I was expecting from the tea, so maybe I'll just switch fully back to coffee. I don't know. I'm interested to see what the hot chocolate choices are when those come. But I do really think it was worth the money to get a really pretty, nice, like beautiful bound copy of Pride and Prejudice, along with the coasters and a wooden bookmark. So these I feel very happy with, very content with. I do think that it's beautiful. I love that the coasters actually match the book. I'll probably do some kind of bookstagram post about that. I do like that. But I am, again, a little, like, the bookish items are what threw me off last month's as well, when we got, like, the recyclable paper notebook that was super tiny and, like, softback. So I kind of feel the same way about this print, though it is very pretty. I could actually see myself, like, hanging it up somewhere in here in like my library. But yeah, and let's just make sure that we got everything. So yes, we got the bookmark, the tea, and then the coaster set and the art print. And the bookmark, it says, is printed on Western red cedar wood. That's really pretty. The back of it is just really beautiful, as is the front. I really like this bookmark. Feels very luxurious. So I will say this month I do think that this box was way closer to being worth the money than it was last month. I like the nice addition of the book. I really feel like some of these products are very, very nice and luxurious. I wish the tea was a little bigger, but I don't have too much to complain about. I'm really interested in next month's box because I know the theme again, and it is a book that I own, but it's a book I haven't read. And I believe it's actually an edition that I own, but that's okay. I can always gift a book to somebody, and I'm interested to see that box, what those items are that go with that book. And I will be honest right now, after this box, I might extend my trial run with this box to maybe 1 more month. This box did impress me a lot more than I thought it was going to. If you're interested in subscribing or checking out Coffee and a Classic, I will link their website down below. They do one-time purchase boxes on her Etsy page. So if you see a box and you're like, oh, I really like that, you can actually just pay for the box. It is more expensive than it would be to have the subscription, but I feel like that's what a lot of subscription boxes do. But yes, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I post every Monday and Thursday. If you enjoy these videos, please hit those like and subscribe buttons down below. Let me know if there's any other subscription boxes I should be checking out, because I really, really love book boxes. They're such a joy for me to unwrap every single month. Yeah, I will catch you guys in the next one. Thank you all again. Mwah. Bye.